Hey guys, this is your rehearsal video for the very first weekend of Christmas, December 1st and 2nd. I'm so excited. It's my favorite time of year. And so take a moment, open up Planning Center. Let's take a look at what we've got on the docket. Okay, so I'm looking at the December 2nd plan right now. And as you can see, we've got 2 new songs here in this list. And so I want to walk through and make sure you feel comfortable with them because whenever we get to rehearsal the Wednesday before, I want to make sure that those are nice and strong and that you guys feel comfortable with them. Kicking off the service, we'll start with Hark the Herald Angels Sing. This is the Citizens and Saints arrangement. It's the one that's attached in Planning Center. You can also check out the FBMWorship Christmas 2018 playlist, and you'll be able to hear a recording of this song. It's a great arrangement, but it's quick. It moves really quickly, and it's got a lot of energy. Here's a couple of things to note on the chord chart itself. You'll notice that the intro, essentially you've got 8 different chord changes right there in the intro. Those chord changes happen on every beat. So from the downbeat, you've got 8 beats with a different chord change, and this is what it sounds like right here. Okay? So you're starting at C and you're playing major chords basically all the way up to C again and then landing on G. Okay, check that out. Make sure you feel comfortable with that. But it moves quick. It's every single beat that those chord changes happen. And then once you get into the intro, once you get into the second intro number 2, you'll see that you just go back and forth between a G and an E minor chord. One feature to note of this song is that at the end, right before verse number 3, there's going to be a key change. It'll be a very similar chord progression to the opening, except it'll be 2 half steps higher. So you'll start on D this time, and this is what it sounds like. And then that'll put us into the key of A. Make sure that those chord changes are nice and solid. They're a little trickier than the first, but same thing, same idea. You're just using this string of chord changes on every beat to transition to the new key. That's going to take some time to work out, so make sure you give a little extra time between now and rehearsal on the 28th to give some effort to the practice there. After Hark the Herald Angels Sing, we'll go straight into May the Peoples Praise You, and then at that point into Welcome and Greeting. Coming out of Welcome and Greeting, we'll do Come Thou Long Expected Jesus. This is the Meredith Andrews arrangement. It's attached in Planning Center. The chord chart's in there as well. There's nothing that's too crazy or off with it, but just make sure you feel comfortable with it because it's not a song we do very often, even around the holidays. We'll end the set with Great Are You, Lord. This is the same arrangement that we do all the time. And then in the offertory, we'll do the Shane and Shane arrangement of It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. There's nothing that's going to be tricky with the chord changes here. However, with the time and the tempo, you need to make a note of something. They do this really cool feature with the time signatures where they shift back and forth between 6/8 time and 4/4 time, but they keep the 8th note consistent. Okay, so you start off in 4/4, you go to 6/8 for the verses or for the lyrics, and then all of the transitions are then in 4/4. Let me show you. I'm just going to play a little bit of that song, and I want you to hear what that sounds like. So I'll play the song here. I've got my metronome and I'll actually play the 8th notes along with it so that you can hear that the 8th note stays consistent. Here we go. So we're in 4/4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the verse. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're in 6/8. Okay, now let me fast forward to the end of this verse to where we have the transition. So this should be pretty close. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, so it's pretty simple and straightforward. The 8th note stays the same as long as you're counting 8th notes as you go along. You'll go from 1 and 2 and to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's just the pulse of the beat changes. It's a really cool feature, and I think it's gonna add a lot of flavor to this song. After the message, we'll come back, we'll do "Oh Come to the Altar" for the invitation, and then we'll be done. So there's a lot of new things happening for that service. I want you to make sure that you're taking intentional time to rehearse. This is not going to be a service where you can just listen to the recording a few times and then show up and try to wing rehearsal. You're really going to have to put a lot of effort into this, and just make sure you feel comfortable. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I hope all of you have a happy Thanksgiving.